Hi. Let's see. Let's get this adjusted. All right. How much can you see? Beep, 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 beep. Whoa. Don't mind me, as I should have pre-adjusted this before we started. Okay. My name is Mrs. Johnson, and you are with me at the Artsy Fartsy Club. And I flipped my camera view today so that you guys can see better. So when I use my right hand, it looks like my right hand versus my left hand, which I think gets people confused. So last week we talked about making hot dogs, hot diggity dogs. And we said that red, orange, and yellow make hot dogs. And now this week, we're gonna work on our cool cats. So the other colors on our light spectrum are green, blue, and violet. So green, blue, and violet, or you could say purple. So green, blue, and purple make cool cats. All right, let's say that all together so it helps us get it in our mind that our hot or warm colors are the red, orange, and yellow, and then our cool colors are the green, blue, and purple. So red, orange, and yellow are hot dogs. Blue, green, and purple make cool cats. Again, one more time. Red, orange, and yellow makes hot dogs. Blue, green, and purple makes cool cats. All right. So let me see if I can adjust this better so you guys can see it, and then it's close to me, and then we're all in one thing. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and make our cool cats. And sometimes I do this lesson as like a Valentine's lesson because with my students, we're working on making our heart shape and understanding that how to cut and draw on a fold. So you could pick any one of these three colors. What you need today are green, blue, and purple construction paper, a black marker, any kind will do, a pair of scissors, and let me make sure that I have mine, a glue stick. And I like to use glue sticks because it makes it go really fast, things dry fast, but you can use Elmer glue, any adhesive glue that you have, gel glue, doesn't really matter, but the Elmer's glue will help me have things stick really quickly so you can see the project develop right along without having to wait. All right, I'm gonna pick one of my papers. Again, you can pick any color you want to start. And I'm going to fold this paper like a book, okay? So I tell my students, this is hot dog, like I'm eating a hot dog, and this way is book. And not to be confused with hamburger, some people call it hamburger, but that does not look like a hamburger to me. So I line up my edges the best that I can, and sometimes if you have somebody around you to help, hold those edges together while you press on the crease. Okay, I like to press on the table and I run my hand along that crease to get a nice crispy edge, okay? And having that nice crispy edge is what is going to help me make sure that I am cutting exactly the same shape on both sides of my paper. So you're gonna see what I mean by that in just a moment. All right, I'm gonna put a little bit of tape down so that you can see it on my canvas. And I'm going to take my marker and I need to draw a heart shape on my paper for my scissors to follow. And the fold is on the left side here and the opening's on the other side. And I'm gonna do my drawing on the folded side. So I want my cat to have a nice fat face. So I need to make a really fat half of a heart. Now, your heart might be a different shape and that's not gonna ruin your project. It's okay, sometimes we'll make little hearts. Sometimes you'll make a skinny heart. And that's okay because everybody is an artist and everybody is going to be special and unique. And that's what is so great about art, right? Is that everyone's is special to them. Now I'm going to want to cut along that line or slightly inside the line so I don't see it. And I'm going to take my scissors and my thumb goes in the little hole. Fingers go in the big hole. Thumb is pointed up at the ceiling always. And I'm cutting away from my body. I don't want to turn my hand and cut toward me. That's really hard to do and dangerous, right? And I'm going to hold my paper with my opposite hand. And my hand that's holding my paper is going to do all the turning. My scissors don't actually move, okay? That's really important to remember that this is doing all the work. So cutting away, turning, turning, turning. See how those scissors stay? And I'm just doing little chomps, little alligator chomps, okay? And my hand is turning that paper. The scissors are pointed away from my body. And normally I wouldn't have them quite pointed up this way, but just so that you can see, normally I have my thumb pointed straight at the ceiling, but I want you to be able to see. So I'm turning, turning, turning that paper with my left hand. Okay, snip, setting down my scissors because I don't need to hold scissors unless I'm actually cutting. And then when I open this, I should have a nice heart shape, okay? And I'm going to tape it to my canvas again so that you can see what I'm doing as we go along. But that's officially the head of your cool cat. You did it. You did it. You really, really did it. All right, here we go. Next step. Pick either your blue or your green. Once again, doesn't matter at all. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fold, before I cut out my ears. So once again, I'm going to fold it like a book. Now, if I go too fast for you, you are always welcome to replay the video, right? And if you're in the replay crew, you can pause it and fast forward it again. I folded it like a book. And now here's the tricky part. I'm going to fold it again, okay? So I'm going to fold it like a book again. If I do it this way, it's going to be really long and skinny. That's not what I want. I want it to be folded in half, so it's in the shape of a book, lining up those edges, creasing along the fold while I'm holding the edges so it doesn't move. All right. Now, I am going to once again make a heart shape, but this time it's going to be smaller because my paper is smaller, right? And let me tape it up here so you can see what I'm doing. So again, I got my handy dandy marker. This is the folded side and this is the open side, okay? And I want to start drawing from my folded side. And I'm going to make a smaller heart shape. All right, so how do I cut again? Do you remember? Where does my thumb go? Does it go like this? Yeah. Oh, I don't have any room for my fingers. No. My thumb goes in the little hole. My fingers go in the big hole and my thumb is pointed up at the ceiling. Okay, so with my thumb pointed up, my left hand is holding onto that paper and I'm cutting away from my body. Little alligator chomps, and that left hand's doing all the work. It's turning, turning, turning my paper. And chomp. Okay. I'm going to set this aside. I will need this later. So hold on to that. When I open this up, I have a heart, but magically I have 2 hearts. That was the goal. We want 2 hearts because we want 2 ears, okay? And it's nice to be able to cut both of them at the same time because now we have them the same size and shape, okay? That's really important for our project. Now, I'm going to use my glue stick, and what I like to do when I am gluing something onto something else, I don't want to try to guess where it's going to go. I'm going to put my glue on the object that I'm gluing down, okay? So I'm going to put glue at the top of my heart because that's the part I know is going to connect to my purple paper. And I'm going to turn this heart upside down, and I'm going to go right over top. So you guys see we're using all heart shapes. That's our goal today. We're practicing drawing and cutting these hearts. And I usually do this project around Valentine's, but I just thought it would be a nice, simple project for you guys to work on. Again, I put the glue at the top of the heart, not on my purple paper. And I'm trying to kind of match where I set it on the opposite side. So now I've got a couple of ears, okay? And let me get reset up here. Put the top back on my glue so it doesn't dry out. You hear that snap? Okay, then we know that's nice and tight. And then I have one more piece of paper. Okay. You're gonna have to pay attention because this one gets a little tricky, but I know you can do it. Take your blue paper and fold it in half like a book. Good. And then once again, we're gonna fold it in half again. And I should have a smaller book, okay? Now, I'm going to stick it on here again so you can see what I'm doing. So how is your project turning out? Do you have your 2 ears looking the same? It's okay to get another piece of paper and try again if you made a mistake. Like, no sweat. Have fun. We want art to be fun, right? It's relaxing. It's good for our minds. Did you know that doing art is just like as if you were doing meditation? It's pretty cool if you had some relaxation time. So that is really healthy for our minds. So don't stress about it. We want it to be fun and relaxing. I'm going to make a little heart that's going to go inside my ear shape. So I don't want it to be bigger than my ear. I'm going to make it maybe about that big, maybe even a little bit smaller, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and draw a half a heart shape. And that's going to go inside of my ear. And again, thumb is in the little hole, fingers in the big hole, thumb pointed at the ceiling. I'm cutting away from myself and turn, turn, turn. Turning that paper, whoopsie-doo. Oh boy, need a little bit more tape there. Boom. Okay, cat, stay cool. No falling off the canvas. All right. Bam. Here we go. And if we did this correctly, we should have how many hearts? Ba-ba-ba. 2 hearts. Okay. So now, where do I put the glue? Do I guess where it's going? No. We're going to put the glue onto the blue shape that we're gluing onto the ear. So, I'm putting that glue on, turning this heart upside down again. Put it in the middle of my ear. Excellent job, everybody. And there we go. We've got that inside, almost like that pink part of Cat's ear, okay, inside your shape. Now, we're going to go ahead and where'd my paper just go? I'm going to open this up. Okay, so now I have it only folded one time. I opened it back up, okay? I opened my blue paper up, but I do have this crease. So I'm gonna work below the crease. And this time I'm going to make the muzzle, okay? So the muzzle of a cat is like the mouth sticky outy nose part, if that makes sense. This part of their face, it's not their tip of their nose, but it's the part that comes out that has their nose is the muzzle. All right, so now we're gonna want it to be a wider, kind of fatter shape. Coming out big and wide, okay? Half of my heart, so remember that's on that folded side. This was the open side. And if I cut it, it should come out in what shape? Yes, a heart shape. All right, thumb goes in the little hole. Fingers go in the big hole. Your thumb is pointed at the ceiling. And we're gonna cut a nice big heart shape to make our nice big muzzle. Poof. There's my heart. I'm going to turn that heart upside down. So once again, I'm going to put the glue onto my blue shape, not onto the purple, because I really am not exactly sure where it's going to end up on that purple face. We're going to want it kind of in the center, but I don't want my icky glue to show out the edges, right? So I'm going to put it on the blue shape. It's upside down. I'm going to kind of put it in the middle of the face. Oh, that's a big muzzle this time. You know, I've made this project maybe a dozen times. I don't know. And it's different every single time, depending on how big you make your shapes and the color of paper and stuff. So if you have one that you're not happy with, make it again. It's okay to do this again and again and again and see what you come up with. Last time we're cutting something out, okay? So if you remember, we said set this aside, don't lose this, you're gonna want it later. We are gonna make the nose out of our scrap paper. And one thing I like to do with art is to try to use my materials as much as possible. We don't want to have too much waste, right? We're being conscious artists, right? So I need to know where's the fold part. So this is the fold part. Okay, it's only folded once. And this is the open side. So the fold is on that left side again. And I'm going to tape it up here so you can see me again. Bam. There you go, guys. All right. Marker. I'm going to draw a littler heart shape. I actually don't like that one. I'm going to do it a little bit wider, a little bit shorter and wider, okay? There we go. So, and that's cool too, is that you have more than one chance to fix your problems, okay? Thumb goes in the little hole, fingers go in the big hole, and your thumb is pointed up at the ceiling. And again, cutting away from your body. Okay, turn, turn, turn. And then, you know, this part is floppy and in my way. And here's a trick. If it's frustrating you, you're like, I can't do this, Mrs. Johnson. I would have students, freak out. So, snip, snip. Now I only have this part and I don't have that floppy part anymore, okay? I don't need to worry about that floppy part. There we go. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut. Away from myself. Bam. Okay, scissors are down because I don't play with them when I'm not cutting. And I have a lovely itty bitty tiny little part. Okay, so that's gonna go upside down. This is the last time I'm using this glue. I'm gonna glue on the object I'm gluing on, not on my project, because I don't know exactly where it's gonna go, right? And I'm gonna put that right in the middle of that muzzle at the tippy top. Since it's the last time I'm using this glue, I wanna make sure that I click it on there nice and tight, okay? And now we're gonna pull out our marker and we can add some details. You guys kind of see it? It's a cat, right? Okay, so I can add details like drawing the mouth. I can make the whiskers. You can have 3 whiskers, 4 whiskers, 5 whiskers. Okay, it's up to you. Now I'm gonna do the eyes. I could do the eyes a couple different ways. I could make them smiley eyes, like the eyes are closed and be smiling like a happy little cat. Or I can do football shape eyes. So right here, I'm going to make a curve line and a curve line the other way, and it makes like a football shape, I call it. And then I want it to kind of match on the other side, which is kind of hard for me to do, drawing sideways for you guys so you can see what I'm doing, but we're gonna make it work, okay? A curve line and a curve line. That's the color part of the eye. And then a skinny curve line and a skinny curve line, and color it in black. That's that slitted pupil that a cat has. Make it match on the other side. Ta-da! You did it, guys. You have a cool cat. All right. Let's hear it for you. A big round of applause. You are officially a member of the Artsy Fartsy Club. If I haven't seen you before, now you're a member. And I am so happy that you are here with me today. I know sometimes I go a little fast, and that's why you are so welcome to watch this again, replay it, pause it, rewind it, fast forward it, do whatever you need to do to be able to be successful with your cool cat. So let's review really quick. We know that from last time, red, orange, and yellow make hot dogs. And what colors did we do today? The cool colors. The cool colors make me think of things like water and the grass, right? And the sky. And so cool, calm, okay? So green, blue, and purple make cool cats. And remember, what's that other name for purple on the light spectrum? Okay, so we had red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and who knows? Violet. If you got it, give yourself an applause or a pat on the back. Okay, violet is another name for purple, and that's what we say on the light spectrum. So red, orange, and yellow make hot dogs, and blue, green, and purple make cool cats. So if you're just joining me today and you haven't checked it out, find the video with the hot dogs, and then you can have a matching pair, hot dogs and cool cats. Once again, my name is Mrs. Johnson. Thank you so much for joining me on the Artsy Fartsy Club. I really care about you guys, love you so much, appreciate you spending time with me because I love spending time with you and getting to teach art again. It's a true pleasure. Have an amazing day, and if I don't see you anytime soon, make sure that you're staying art-tastic.